Welcome to Small Business Diaries, where I tell you about my small business and any things that are going on in it. Let's first talk about elephants in the room, and then we'll move on to the actual discussion. So elephants in the room, I did cut my hair, and I am wearing the pajamas that I wore to bed last night. It's more of a busy time of year in my 9 to 5, so I just didn't have time to change this morning, and that's just the way the omelet folded this morning. Number 2, we're gonna talk about why I launched Plain Jane when I did and kind of the weirdness around it. So if you've been following me, you know that I've gone pretty much radio silent on Lov3labs for a significant time now, and you're probably wondering why that is. So let's talk about what I intended to do with launching Plain Jane, what I ended up doing instead, and then we'll talk about why I launched Plain Jane first and not any other soaps. So what I had intended was that I was going to, back when I was planning everything, my cold process soaps were not done processing, and I knew that I wanted to launch my cold process soaps because I'd already done glycerin based, so I wanted to move into cold process. So my cold process soaps were not done processing yet, and at the same time, I have a graphic designer who's working on redoing my branding and my logo. So I thought that by the time my cold process soaps were done processing, the logo would probably be close to being done, and then there'd probably be like 2 or 3 weeks of like lag where I'd be ordering all the stuff, like the packagings, the stamps, the stickers, everything associated with it, except to no fault of the graphic designer, all my fault because I take forever to decide. It took a little longer, right? And also I just was unsure, and there was a lot of aspects. So that's what I had intended to do. I intended to wait for the graphic designer to finish to then have all my supplies at once, and then doing all of that, I would wipe my social medias for the 2 weeks of the lag when I was ordering all the shipping supplies, and then to build up like drama, I would then have launch I would wipe all my social medias and then I would launch my new soaps. So like that, with the new branding and everything, that was the intention. Reasons I did not do it that way are as follows. Number 1 is I have less than 100 social media followers across all my accounts. So wiping all my accounts and then launching would not build up drama because nobody's following me. Nobody cares. Nobody knows me. So like that was one aspect of it. Number 2, why I didn't do it that way is I am doing my taxes for tax season, and I'm seeing all these expenses that I've done. I've now made 5 loaves of soap and have not made any sales off of those loaves because those are not for sale on my Etsy yet. They're fully processed, they're ready to go, but they're not for sale. So to be sitting on that type of inventory and knowing the expenses that I'm paying for them, I cannot in good faith buy more raw materials until I sell at least 5 bars, which is different than a loaf. A loaf is like this and a bar is like this, you know? So that's another aspect is I was looking at my bank accounts, my personal bank accounts, and I was like, genuinely, I need money. Like I genuinely need money right now, and like the soap will not bring me that much, but at least it will cover some of the costs that I have incurred to make the soap. So that's another reason why I was looking at it closely. And then lastly, I was just kind of getting annoyed with having to wait for a branding relaunch when, again, I'm not making sales, and a branding relaunch can be done at any time and does not have to correlate with a specific, like, there's no reason for me to be waiting. So that's kind of how I just decided. And I'm starting a class on a whole bunch of things, and she had mentioned something about like it'll help to make decisions better and help you when you're struggling with making decisions. And immediately I had thought about like branding and everything, and the fact that I was just waiting to launch my soaps, and I was just like, why am I, it kind of clicked all in place, and it made no sense for me to continue to wait when I can launch now and continue to grow in the future. So that's kind of why the intention, why I went completely silent on all social medias, and then why I just ended up deciding to launch them anyways, because I feel like that all explains that. It just was silly for me to be waiting for a big launch when, especially for so long. Like for the first week it was fine, the second week I was okay, the third week I was like okay, kind of getting along, and then the fourth week I was like, all right, like it's time. So that's kind of where my head was at. And then why I launched Plain Jane first, which is honestly the most exciting part of this whole video. So sorry I made you wait, but I launched Plain Jane first because this whole brand, by the way, is about bringing accessibility to the skincare world in the matter of every time I've used a cold processed soap or a soap bar or a beauty bar for sensitive skin, I have always thought it was the ugliest thing ever. So, and I didn't enjoy it. I didn't have like a luxury experience or an experience where I thought, this is time for myself. I just got in the shower, I cleaned myself, and I got out. It wasn't fun for me. It wasn't like, it was not luxury. And I think that in making this brand, a huge part of it is bringing that accessibility of having fun in the shower and in the bath back to those people who cannot have fragrances or can't have certain ingredients. Like, I want that back. I don't think that it's fair that like just because you have eczema means you can't have fun soaps or luxury time in the bathroom. I don't think that's fair. I think that that's ridiculous and needs to change. So I'm changing it. Like, I don't think that it doesn't need to be unfair. So I'm making it not unfair. Because everybody wants to have some fun sometimes. So anyways, so I'm launching Plain Jane because it is the most basic of basic soaps. If you've never used cold processed soaps, this is the most basic you can get with a cold processed soap, just to see if your skin has a reaction to just the lye. And obviously adding in butters to this formula will counteract those, like the lye active ingredient. But I just wanted to have like a base zero cold processed soap with no added ingredients, so somebody could go in and test that and see whether or not they even enjoyed that. Or I just wanted, because some people haven't tried cold processed soap, so I just wanted to have a base, you know. But in doing so, I didn't want it to be ugly, so I have the wavy texture, I have it in a fun shape, I have it in a cute packaging, and that's kind of where my head was at. And I also wanted it to be gender neutral, so it spans across all consumers or all customers, because I do have generally like gender neutral soap designs with like an element of whimsy. So if you're not whimsy, these soaps probably won't be for you. Or if you did like, yeah, if you're not whimsy, these soaps probably won't be for you. And I don't think that whimsy correlates to a gender. I think it correlates across all ages, all everything. So yeah, that is kind of why I did Plain Jane first. Just wanted a very accessible zero-based soap, no fragrance, no butters, no add-ins, just for you to test. Do I like cold processed soap? Yes or no? Would I like it more if there was butters added in? And also, I wanted something because I know a lot of people are going to be trying cold processed soap in this formula by itself. Let's say you are open to trying cold processed soap, and you try it and you're like, you know what, it's just a little too like hard for me. Well, that cold processed soap, because there's no fragrances in it, you can use it easily as a dish soap by using the one of those brushes. So nothing's going to waste. You're totally fine in just testing it, trying it out, and because it's so versatile, you can use it on any kind of cleaning surface. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend like bathtubs or anything, but you know, if you want to use it for dishes or your countertops, that is totally an acceptable usage of it, so it doesn't go to waste. I personally I like the Plain Jane in after I have an allergic reaction. I like to use Plain Jane because I know it's not gonna break me out on anything. But I prefer my other soap loads that have more premium ingredients and add-ins for like daily use. But I just want like the first soap to be a base zero soap and not one of those premium added in ingredient soap loaves that you may not be sure of. The other thing is, I know that this first soap that I launched will not get a lot of attention and a lot of hubbub because I have barely 100 followers and I haven't been posting consistently. So this soap launch, I've now posted Sunday night and now I posted Monday morning. I'm gonna be posting again on right now, right? This is my YouTube channel, and then I'll post on Friday, either a consolidated version of why did I post Plain Jane or benefits of Plain Jane, just saying like how accessible it is to everyone. And maybe I'll do that on Friday, and then Wednesday I'll do like ingredient tour. Something to that extent, because I know for not posting for how long that I did, it has hurt me in the algorithm, and now I need to rebuild algorithm growth to continue launching the rest of my 5 soap loaves. So that is kind of where we're at in why I did that, my brand strategy and thoughts around that, and mistakes I've made. And honestly, this is for me. And you probably won't make these same mistakes that I have made, but I am just talking through my brand strategy and what I'm doing, and what I guess I would have done differently is just keep launching the soap right from the get-go. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk through all of that and share that with you. Honestly, we're gonna be completely honest here because I need to post something today, and also because it's confusing. Why did I just go radio silent and now all of a sudden I'm posting? It just shows you that like, oh, maybe I'm concerned about the money, which is not the case. Like, I'm not. Obviously, I'm losing money right now on this, and all I want to do is bring accessible funness back into soaps and shower care for sensitive skin. and I don't think I'm gonna make money off that ever. so so I just wanted to, I don't know, I just wanted to sit down here and chat with you guys and like keep it real and tell you what's been happening, because I don't feel like it's fair for me to just hop online and tell you, oh, I launched this plain Jane soap, and not explain why I'm doing it now, what happened, where I've been, and the thought process behind all of it. Because obviously I've been talking for 15 minutes straight and I'm not editing this video, so I have a ton of thoughts and I do things very strategically, and I'm always thinking about you guys, and I'm always thinking about what can I do to make this better. So I want you to see that, because I think it's really important that you see that. Why would I have a brand that doesn't show you that? Yeah, you guys are really mad at me, and obviously I care a lot, so I just want that to be known and that to be shared online as well. If you guys have any thoughts, if you got to the end of this video, honestly, congratulations. I don't know. Yeah, congratulations for getting to this end of the video if you've listened to me ramble this far. And I just hope you guys have a great day. Let me know if you have any thoughts, if you have any concerns, if you're excited about the future upcoming loaves, knowing that I have 5 that are pending that I am really excited to launch. And if you want to hear anything else about anything else that I'm doing in the back end, obviously I have a business background, so if you're concerned about like if you have a small business, I had not been tracking my small business expenses throughout the entirety of 2025, so this whole weekend I had to sit down with a empty Google Docs Excel spreadsheet and my Amazon account and print out each and every single invoice to see which ones were related to the business. And yeah, if you just have any questions about anything, please ask me. I'm here, I'm open to share, and I'm ready to learn with you guys about just the small business in general and grow. Bye.